What's the range?
Looks about 85 miles.
In the darkness of the CIC, the Combat Information Center, the radar man has just spotted a group of unidentified aircraft perhaps 85 miles away. The CIC officer immediately reports to the bridge.
Bridge, combat.
Hi, I'm Steve Turtle and I'm a work camper, and today we're going to check out this museum. It's going to be fun. Come on. If you're a return visitor, welcome back. If this is your first time here, you should subscribe and ring that bell. If you ring the bell, you'll get a notification every time I post a new story, because you don't want to miss one. And we continue our adventure at the National Pacific War Museum here in Fredericksburg. Let's go inside, see what it's all about. Jill's in there getting tickets. All right, let's go inside.
World War II, economic depression gripped much of the globe. While Americans coped with 34% unemployment, bank failures, and a severe drought, the governments of Japan, Germany, and Italy chose conquest as the solution. Nazi Germany invaded Poland in 1939, Western Europe in 1940, and then attacked the Soviet Union in 1941. In Asia, Japan invaded Manchuria in 1931, then China in 1937. To support China, the United States imposed oil and steel embargoes on Japan. This put Japan on a collision course with the United States that erupted into total war on December 7, 1941, when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor.
That made me sad. So many lives lost. It's terrible.
A date which will live in infamy. United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. The United States was at peace with that nation.
It's amazing. Look at this submarine. They couldn't even stand up inside of it. People got in that and went underwater. Man, that is amazing. Look at this. Look. She couldn't even stand up in it. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. Man. Look at that hatchway. I wouldn't even fit through that hatchway. Wow. Boy, I tell you. How would you like to be down in the water in this thing? I guess that's the engine room. Good lordy. Look at them little bitty hatches. Climb through that thing. Man. That's amazing.
President Franklin D. Roosevelt wanted to strike back hard at the Japanese. The plan was to bomb Japanese cities, especially Tokyo, but the U.S. had no airfields close to Japan. Traditional naval planes would have to be launched from aircraft carriers dangerously.
So I'm walking around, looking around, reading, videoing, and I lost Jill. I don't know where she went. I whistled, but she did not answer. American factories manufacture nearly 2.4 million trucks of all descriptions for military use, including large numbers of 2.5-ton trucks, the famous Deuce and a Half, and the equally famous Jeep.
January 1943. Bureau of Naval Personnel. Dear Sirs, I'm writing you in regards to a rumor going around that my 5 sons were killed in action in November. A mother from here came and told me she got a letter from her son, and he heard my 5 sons were killed. It is all over town now, and I am so worried. My 5 sons joined the Navy together a year ago, January 3, 1942. They are on the cruiser USS Juno. The last I heard from them was November 8th. That is, it was dated November 8th, U.S. Navy. Their names are George T., Francis Henry, Joseph E., Madison A., and Albert L.
Mrs. Sullivan's letter inspired President Roosevelt to write a personal letter of condolence to Alida and her husband. The text of this letter can be read on the graphic panel to your right.
It's a very historic museum, but man, the loss of life, a little bit sad.
Una, on the island of New Guinea, north of Australia. In the winter of 1942, Australian and American troops were pushing the Japanese into retreat back to their bases on the coast. American-made M3 Stuart tanks were helping clear the way.
And right, I saw the flash of the gun. There was a frightful tank just jarred to a halt. The impact was so great that I was unaware of any real noise. It's impossible to describe just how the impact was. Everything just stopped.
This museum is huge. Every corner I turn, it's like a maze. Actually, I think I'm lost. I still haven't found Jill. There's so much to read and see and do. It's huge.
To my loyal and good subjects, my subjects, I have ordered the imperial government to inform the 4 governments of the United States, Great Britain, China, and the Soviet Union that our empire is willing to accept the provisions of the joint declaration. The empire declared war against the United States and Great Britain for desire to preserve by ourselves the empire's existence in East Asia and for the region's stability. By now, the fighting has lasted for nearly 4 years. In addition, the enemy has recently used new cruel explosive devices, the frequent killing of innocents, and the effect of destitution.
This video is only a fraction of what you can see here at this museum. It is awesome. I mean, there's so much. I just can't go on about how much there is to see. So if you've never been here, you should get here and check it out if you're interested in that kind of stuff. because it is truly amazing. This was a very interesting and moving display of military history in the Pacific War. It was amazing. The museum put on an excellent display of all the history and the significant events throughout the Pacific War. It was awesome. I really had a good time. Cried a couple times too. It's just so much loss of life. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, click like down below and smash that subscribe button if you'd like to hear more stories like this one. New stories every week on Wednesday right here on this YouTube channel. And ring that bell. If you ring the bell, you get a notification every time I post a new story. You don't want to miss one. Until later, thanks for your time. Bye.